Hey friends, things have been kind of crazy lately, and so it's been a while, and I have so much to talk to you about. But the first thing I want to talk to you about is something super duper exciting that has happened to my family. My daughter, y'all may already know, I don't know if I've shared already, that I'm going to be a Mima again, and my daughter, she has three daughters that are well, this year they will be 11, 12, and 13 after they all have birthdays. And um, so it's been a while since she's had babies, but she's pregnant now. And we have all been praying, y'all. We've been praying for a boy, because my other son also has a daughter. So I have four granddaughters, and so we were all praying for a grandson. And y'all, we prayed so hard, God decided to give us two. My daughter is pregnant with identical twin boys. And we are absolutely beside ourselves. So that's the big news. That's the big news. That's just like, wow. And y'all, I recorded it when they did the reveal. They put the color pink or blue, but blue, sand in my dad's, the front loader of my dad's tractor. And then they also had a number 2 balloon in there. And they dumped it out, and I saw the blue. Everybody saw the blue and just started hooting and hollering and screaming. Everybody's so excited. I was like, I think at that point I just kind of blacked out. I saw blue and I blacked out, and I stopped recording, y'all. I stopped recording before I could even, you could see the blue too, but I didn't see it. It wasn't until my husband was like, twins? And then everybody started hooting and hollering all over again, because I don't think anybody else, I think everybody just saw the blue and just got all excited, and that we thought it was over. We thought it was over. And my daughter was like, yeah, I was waiting for somebody to kind of catch on to see the rest of it. But my husband, he was the one who was like, twins? It was so cute. It was an awesome experience. And y'all, you could hear me in the background going, oh my gosh, like, I was not going to cry. And my daughter was like, long before it had happened, she had told me, and no crying. She was like, no crying. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to cry. But I thought it was because it was going to be a boy, or because they were using my dad's front loader, my dad's tractor, which was sweet, but it didn't make me cry. But yeah, seeing the blue and then the 2 was just pretty crazy. It was awesome. So anyway, if you have any tips for parents and grandparents, because I'm gonna be a grandparent of twins, please leave them in the comments below, because we are just, oh my goodness. And luckily, oh my goodness, y'all, she has 3 daughters already, and the youngest she has always been the baby whisperer. She has, like, when we go to ball games for the middle daughter, Caitlin will take care of all the babies, all the baby brothers and sisters at the ballpark. That's where she's at. She's with the babies. She just has the magic touch. And so I am sure she is going to be a huge help. And the other 2 girls have already decided, which baby they're going to get. So it's weird. It's crazy. It's fun. It's exciting. So anyway, so that's that good news. And so let's get on to the other stuff. I've not been showing up very much lately, and that is because I've been kind of working on some side projects. Now, my YouTube channel, someone asked me the other day, what YouTube channel am I most active on? And I do post here every now and then, but remember I have the 2 new channels, that in Hot Pursuit of Health and in Hot Pursuit of Grace and Truth. Well, I'm changing in Hot Pursuit of Grace and Truth to Jen Frank or Jennifer Frank. I don't know if I used Jennifer or Jen, but anyway, a hot mess on a mission. So it's going to be my name plus a hot mess on a mission, because I've decided whether it's Bible stuff or if it's my health, it all kind of meshes, because I was thinking, as I was thinking about videos that I would post about my health, it's all interwoven with my faith. And so it was like, well, would I post which channel would I post that on? And I was like, I'm not going to make this more complicated on myself. However, I will be posting to this channel from time to time, from my Farmer Meemaw channel. Is that what it's even still called? Hot Mess on a Mission channel? Y'all, I'm just so confused. But anyway, I am starting a new channel because I have that rose video, and it's got over 1 million views, and every year the algorithm just sends it out to everybody around Mother's Day and Valentine's Day. And so it sees my channel as something to do with flower gardening or something. And even despite the fact that I have all these other videos, the algorithm picks up that. And so I don't want to be the rose video, or the rose video channel. And so I'm starting a new channel, and that's the primary reason, is to get away from that algorithm and start doing the stuff that I really enjoy right now, which is studying my Bible, talking about my faith and what God is doing and showing me, and not in miraculous ways or anything like that, but he's guiding me, he's nudging me. You know what I mean. You know when God shows up and shows you something and you're like, yeah, I see you, God. I know that was you, showing you where you need to go or what you need to do. And so anyway, that is going to be where I focus most of my energy from now on. And I will also change my Instagram. I'll once I get all of that settled, I will put that information out there, maybe in a new video here. I'll go ahead and put the link to my new YouTube channel. But I will have content in other places as well. And so that's kind of what I've been working on as far as getting content out. However, you guys, and I hope you're still here because I think this is pretty exciting. So in the month of May, I just kind of got sick and tired of being sick and tired and not feeling good and not being able to lose weight and nothing ever working, no matter what. And so, June 1st, I went carnivore. I started June 1st. And, I have had nothing but, and today makes 40 days that I have not had anything but meat, but I did do dirty carnivore. So I was still having my coffee, and I was having cream, which is not against carnivore because it's dairy. And I was having a sweetener, which clean carnivore is not, you're not supposed to have any kind of sweeteners. And because I had a lot of stressful stuff going on, I was also having sodas. I was so good though, y'all, because that's 4 weekends and now 5 weekends where I have, my family gets fast food on Fridays, and I have not. One or two times I did get a diet soda, but the last couple of times I didn't even get that because 4 days ago I started, I gave up coffee, Coke, so Diet Coke, Coke Zero, and sweeteners, and obviously heavy cream because that's how I have my heavy cream. But I mean, I would have heavy cream if I had a need to have heavy cream for some other reason. But anyway, so no coffees, no sodas, and no sweeteners. And since that point, I've actually lost 3 pounds. Y'all, I hadn't lost 3 pounds consistently the whole month. And month and 6 days until I decided to give up. And what happened, the reason I decided to give up, I know I'm just scattered all over the place, y'all. I'm sorry. The reason I decided to give up the soda and the coffee was I'd gotten some ketone strips. And I tested my ketones one day, and it was just as purple, dark as it could be. And so that meant that the ketones were high in my body, which is good because that means I'm burning fat. And so the next morning, I'd had coffee, And then it was a hot day, and so a little later I'd had a cup of Coke Zero. And like a little while after that, I tested my ketones, and they were still positive for ketones, but they were very, very low. And I'm like, whatever it was at that point, I was like, it's acting like carbs in my body, whatever it is, because I'd only had that day, I'd had like hamburger patties and eggs, and that, other than my coffee and my diet soda. And so the night before, that was in the morning before I'd had anything to eat. The night before, or the day before, I'd had eggs, and I had what do you call it? Hamburger patties. And so when I saw that, I realized something is acting in my body like carbs, and I'm not eating any carbs. And so that was it. Like, that was it. I started the day after the 4th of July because I had a soda that night, and I was like, this is it. This is the last time I'm going to have soda or coffee or anything. And so since then, so July 5th is when I gave it all up, and today's the 10th, I'm down 3 pounds. And it was, the only difference is I'm not drinking sodas and coffee. So there you go. I have to. I've told my husband, I was like, after all these years since keto, like, I lost all that weight on keto. I stopped when I started diet sodas and coffee. So there's that. And the withdrawal from the coffee has been hard. Like the soda, I don't really care about, because I would go without soda for a while, and then I would just like have a hankering for soda. But coffee, y'all, coffee was something different. So I haven't had really bad withdrawals like people talk about being really groggy. Yeah, I did probably sleep a lot the first day and just didn't feel like, but I didn't. I had a slight headache the first day and drank some electrolyte stuff, and I was okay. But I haven't really had anything other than from the waist down, I hurt. Like the last time I quit coffee back in 2021, it felt like somebody was just frogging me all over my legs. And it was all from the waist down, like from the waist down, I was just being constantly pelted with like marbles or something. That's what it felt like. And this time it's not that severe. Like that time I was up walking, I want to say 4 nights in a row. Like I would just pace around the bed because it relieved the pain when I moved, but whenever I laid down, it would just hurt. And this time it is also worse when I sit down. And I slept on a heating pad last night, just trying to relieve some of the pain enough that I could sleep. So that wasn't fun. But today I haven't noticed it really. So hopefully that part is over, good Lord willing. And so that's the biggest, problem that I've had as far as getting rid of the coffee. But I don't think I'm going to be going back, because first, the proof, and I couldn't tell you, maybe it was coffee or diet sodas, but I really think it was both of them. And I'm not going to go back and try to test it, because that just means that it's going to be even longer until I can start losing weight again. So I was just like, I'm getting rid of both of them. Both of them are bad for me. Coffee is actually a vasoconstrictor. It constricts blood flow to your brain, and who needs that? I know I don't need that. And so that's one of the reasons you get headaches whenever you withdraw from caffeine, because the blood vessels in your brain start to relax, and it sends more blood into your brain, and it kind of hurts because your brain is kind of, spread out, and it's used to having that space, and it's all these big things of oxygen, are coming back into your brain now. So I'm sorry. It's been a while. I don't know how to act right, y'all. I don't get out much. But anyway, so that's what's been going on. And so I'll probably be talking a little more about carnivore. I've thought about doing grocery hauls, but you guys, I buy meat. I buy other stuff for the rest of my family, because they don't, obviously they're not carnivore. yet. I'll work on that once I get stronger. Like carnivore was easy for me. Carnivore was easier than keto because there's not that many choices, and so it's easy. And like right now, I haven't eaten anything. I don't know what time it is. It is it's 12. It's noon, and so I haven't had anything all day except my water. I drink a lot of water now. I'm not a big fan, but that's what I'm having, and I don't crave as much since I've given up coffee. I think coffee made me crave more, having the same effects as if you're eating carbs and you want more carbs and more carbs. Or if you taste something sweet and you just want more. And so I don't really deal with hunger craving or, cravings. If I get hungry, I either eat eggs, and I mean, I'll eat 4 or even 5 eggs if they're not, if they're kind of small eggs. I eat eggs, and then I eat some version of ground beef at night, usually with cheese, and that's what I eat. And so, and I'm feeling good. I'm losing weight now that I've given up coffee. So I don't plan on going back anytime soon, just because I know how much I struggled before, and I have not been able to lose weight. And I was just tired of nothing working, and now it's working. And so anyway, that's what's going on. And I will, like I said, if I do videos here on this channel, they may be more the carnivore related videos. And if I do show you any, what I'm eating. The other day we went to my sister's for a 4th of July get together. That was the last day that I was going to have soda. So I did have soda that night. Diet soda, but soda, that night. And they were having hamburgers and hot dogs, and had all kinds of sweet treats. Didn't have any of the sweet treats. Actually ate another hot hamburger patty while everybody else was having sweets. I just ate a hamburger patty. But on my plate, I had a hamburger patty. I had a hot dog, no buns, and then I had pork rinds, and it did have a little bit of cheese dip, which is, I know it's processed, it's dirty, I know, but that was my last night of anything. So anyway, that's what's been going on. If I post anything carnivore, which I may, as I'm getting more into it, but I started out just like Dr. Berry said. It's better if you're eating hot dogs and bologna. You're still going to be better off than if you're eating the standard American diet. And so when I started out, I was eating hot dogs or sausages. I have sausage. I have hamburgers. But I was having pepperoni. So it was processed meats. It wasn't pure. It was processed meats, salami, stuff like that. But it got me started. And that was one of the things that kind of gave me permission to get started. I didn't feel like I've got to eat steak. I've got to eat, anything expensive. I don't have to be, the Lion diet where you're eating steak, like beef and water and butter maybe. But I got started. And whenever I got started, it was whatever was handy. And if I didn't feel like cooking anything, pepperoni is super easy. Eggs are super easy. A hot dog, grill it on the skillet, and be done with it. That's what I would do. And so now I'm getting a little cleaner as I go. I'm eating more just eggs and beef, but I'm not going to keep it exclusive to that. Right now, my big goal is to get rid of the coffee and the soda, because I was going in increments. I didn't want to cut out everything all at once and just make myself feel like crap, because I will tell you, the first couple of days without coffee was just like, what do I have? I don't want to say what do I have to live for, but it was just like, I don't have, like, coffee was my dopamine hit. Coffee was my comfort food. Coffee was my routine. Coffee was how I started my day, and a lot of times how I ended my night. I would drink coffee at bedtime. And so I didn't have that